Hey Leute, willkommen zur wahrscheinlich letzten Folge zu Invincible. Ja, wir haben ja in der letzten Folge schon das böse Ende erspielt. Ich versuche das Ganze jetzt nochmal schön zu machen. Und zwar ist der Speicherpunkt, glaube ich, ganz gut gesetzt, also auch so gewollt.
Are you there? This is the commander of the IC Dragonfly unit, Astrogator Novik.
Astrogator, this is Yasna. I managed to get to the Condor's bridge. Rahitra and I led the attack on the cloud, but the Cyclops...
Failed?
Worse. The Cyclops got out of control and knocked down the probes.
I had a feeling it would end like this. Do you know what Rahitra is planning now?
I have no idea.
Well, then I need to talk to him.
You, sir?
Yes. Can you switch me somehow?
Okay. I'm switching you to the bridge. He should be able to hear you now. Done.
Oh, jetzt liegt es an uns, den irgendwie zu überzeugen.
Hello, Condor. This is Astrogator Novik, commander of the IC Dragonfly ship. I repeat, this is Astrogator Novik to the crew of the USCA Condor cruiser. Please come in.
Could you stop with all these? Rahitra, Engineer Rahitra. Among our crew, I'm the last man standing, so to speak, which I guess makes me commander. Who would have thought?
In that case, I'm making an official request to join our forces to prevent the danger that threatens both sides.
Oh, enough, Novik. That's enough. I agree, officially and all that jazz. We're already taking steps to eliminate the threat. I'd even say that your crew is working on it pretty damn actively. We stopped playing defense and took the fight to them. The Cloud suffered significant losses. As a counterattack, though, it disrupted our communications.
Playing defense sounds a lot better than we're getting our asses kicked.
Doctor, not now, please.
No, it's true. Fighting against the Cloud is exceptionally difficult. But any opponent can be defeated. All it takes is the right tool.
Meaning what exactly? Let me remind you that we're dealing with a dispersed entity whose technological prowess is still unknown. And it has so far destabilized every machine sent its way. Even the most specialized ones.
That's why I'll keep it simple this time. No electro brains, no memory, only pure energy.
You still haven't answered me, Rahitra. Please, just tell me straight. What are you up to?
I'm arming the charges.
Arming what? Explosives, cluster munitions?
Hydrogen.
What? Rahitra? Are you serious?
Damn right. I won't leave all this unresolved.
How many warheads do you have?
54. From 30 kilos to 100 megatons.
Oh, that's quite an arsenal. Over the top, I'd say.
We really do have enough power.
That's an understatement, Doctor. That amount of energy could rip the planet to pieces.
I'm not an idiot. I won't send everything at once. I'm preparing 8 smaller warheads. To start with.
And then?
We'll see.
Are you sure this is a good idea, Rahitra?
Listen, Yasna, I know how it must look to you. A hot-headed guy from the Alliance who wants to use nukes. But put yourself in my shoes. I have 24 hours tops of complete situational awareness. I'm taking action here and now based on my best judgment.
Ja, deswegen macht man das ja nicht.
Where will I wake up? In what condition? So I'm going to avenge my people before that happens and ensure the safety of those who survived. They all deserve better than this. I know you understand. You're like me. You would do anything for your crew.
Look, I understand how you feel. But you can't approach this problem in terms of revenge. We are dealing with creations of necro-evolution. Dead evolution. Probably non-sentient ones. Taking revenge on the Cloud is like...
Whipping the ocean for sinking a ship?
Exactly. Like Xerxes. We won't gain anything from a mindless attack. On the other hand, knowledge about these creations may turn out to be crucial in helping their victims. In helping you, Rahitra.
My memory, you could...
It's possible.
Well, thank you.
What for? I haven't done anything.
For reminding me of my mom. But as long as the cloud is a threat to others, my condition comes second.
You, Rahitra, are still reasoning as though we were standing face to face with a thinking opponent. What if these beings are not our enemy at all?
Oh, good one. Are you forgetting how many of us they've already killed?
I will never forget, Rahitra. Still, I can't help feeling that they operate without any strategic plan. They attack from one incident to another. They're non-sentient, as the doctor put it.
So what, they're stupid? And that's why they can't be hostile? It's absolute nonsense.
Well, it could be. Yasna, what do you think?
They're not stupid or hostile, but rather
Soweit hatten wir das ja beim letzten Mal auch, ne? Und ich glaube,
radio waves to brain waves.
es gibt diese eine Option,
They're breaking down communications.
wo wir einfach ihn weiter bearbeiten müssen,
So,
statt das Gespräch abzubrechen.
they see no difference between a man and a machine? They take our brains for transmitters. That's why they're attacking us?
Exactly.
Wait, what species are you talking about?
Dr. Yasna found various traces of conflict, lasting for hundreds of thousands of generations.
Oh, they certainly competed with the local fauna. We've seen fish that evolved to sense electromagnetic fields. And underground, I found fossils of lizard-like reptiles. Some of them must have been predatory.
Well, I find it hard to believe that any prehistoric reptiles would possess our level of technology, not to mention an arsenal.
They wouldn't have. But there were other machines here as well.
Other machines? I don't buy it. It's like some robot fables.
No, Rachel, these are no fables. We have gathered evidence for all this.
How did these machines even get here? Who built them?
Our cyberneticist had a hypothesis before he lost consciousness.
About the Lyrans.
Yes, that one.
Lyrans.
What?
Lyrans. It does ring a bell. Wasn't there a book about them?
The Cranian's monograph. According to his notes, before the explosion of Zeta Lyra, the sixth planet of the system was inhabited.
Bin ja eigentlich immer nicht so für Skippen, ne? Aber wir haben uns das ja alles erst
Let's say
angehört.
their scout ship landed here and that a disaster occurred. Some kind of reactor explosion, chain reaction. Suffice to say, the wreckage that landed on Regis 3 had no living beings on board.
Only the machines survived.
And then what? They started bashing in each other's tin heads? Doesn't make much sense to me. Machines don't have emotions. They don't argue.
First things first. Millions of years ago, some highly advanced race sent machines to Regis 3. And these were specialized homeostatic mechanisms, left with no one to command them. As an engineer, you know well how it is. A robot does what it needs to do, whether it serves someone or not. At first, they probably just repaired themselves, or built a home for their dead masters.
Until something forced them to change.
Exactly. Certain types of predator eat anything that moves. So I'm betting they were attacked by a local fauna. The key was that these machines had the ability to produce others as needed. To combat, say, flying reptiles, they started producing flying machines.
That still doesn't explain why they started fighting among themselves. Since they already defeated the living organisms, why keep producing themselves? It makes no sense.
What's a guiding principle of a homeostat?
I don't...
That was a rhetorical question. It's all about survival in changing conditions, even the harshest ones. Further forms of necroevolution were no longer threatened by the local fauna, but they had to find sources of energy and materials from which they could produce replacement parts and offspring. Originally, their descendants were undoubtedly powered by radiant radiation. But on Regis, there are no radioactive elements at all.
Sounds familiar. When the energy runs out, you have to wheel and deal.
Yes, the default source wasn't available anywhere. So they had to look for an alternative. There was a severe energy crisis and a conflict among the machines. Simply put, they fought to survive. Exist. That's what evolution is all about. About selection.
Wait, Doctor. We've established that these beings are mindless. Shouldn't the organisms with the most developed nervous systems win the game of evolution? In this case, instead of a nervous system, there was some kind of electrical one. But the principle remains the same.
Not exactly, sir. The most advanced of the mechanisms that landed here derived energy from their own radioactive resources. Simpler devices such as small repair systems could have had solar panels. And in that case, would have had a significant advantage over the others.
But the other ones could defend themselves. They could attack.
With atomic power. Yes, that's possible. But I see it differently. In necroevolution, the most successful beings were those that excelled in miniaturization above all else. Also, the sedentary creations. The former gave rise to the cloud, which the flies form when necessary, in pursuit of a common interest. Meanwhile, the sedentary ones gave rise to a peculiar species of metallic vegetation. Those structures formed the city.
So, it's still functional?
No. For some reason, the city lost a fight for survival. And now, there are only rusting remains. Only one form survived. The microbots that conquered the land on Regis 3.
So, these flies just adapted best.
To the conditions of this planet. Yes, that's how it works.
So, to summarize, some alien race sent advanced robots to Regis 3. The local dinosaur-like monsters tried to eat them, so the robots produced other robots, which produced more and more robots, until they fell victim to their own overproduction. After a number of iterations and wars for resources, they spat out the murderous cloud, which took over the planet.
Indeed. To put it simply.
For me, the matter is perfectly clear. Makes no sense to bomb these creatures. I'll even say it's a greater danger to us than to them.
But how else do you imagine defeating the cloud?
Well, that's the thing. I don't. It's invincible. Yasna, do you agree?
Well,
Yeah, I very much agree. Another attack would make no difference. Just a few flies are enough for the cloud to regenerate.
what if we destroy their nests?
No, Ritra. Unless we want to destroy the entire planet, it's impossible to eliminate them all. And even then, there's no guarantee they would die in space. After all, the flies need no air, water, or food, only solar energy.
But what else could we do, if not attack?
We can leave this place and never come back.
How so? Your commander will swoop down from orbit and pick us up? Or do you have an extra ship up your sleeve?
I'm afraid none of these.
I was thinking about a saucer, or some other vehicle from the Condor.
Don't count on it, Yasna. It's a miracle we arrived on that wreck of a saucer. Nothing else flies around here, I checked. Huh. I'm done.
Ihr gebt auf?
Our heads are armed. One more press of a button, and there'll be no turning back.
Ah.
I can't.
That was close.
I'm suspending all actions leading to conflict. But what should I do now?
We no longer have any landers. So I hate to say it, but I can't help you. Believe me, I would like nothing better.
Auf den Unbesiegbaren warten. Wahrscheinlich führst du dann wieder dieselbe Diskussion, oder? Aber er hat doch gesagt, hier gibt es nichts.
I'd prefer to fly away from here. Go back home.
I'm sorry, Yasna. If only I could switch places with you.
I know.
I need to check on my people. Good talk, Novik.
Likewise, Rahitra.
Join me whenever you can. No rush.
Yeah, thanks.
Hmm.
So, he's gone.
Doctor, Yasna, it was truly an honor. I'm having a hard time finding the right words.
Welche Besatzung? Da ist ja auch nichts mehr übrig, ne?
I know I couldn't keep my mouth shut. Sometimes. But that doesn't change the fact that I'm extremely grateful to you. You could have flown away so many times, yet you stayed with me until the end. Thank you.
You shouldn't thank me. It was my bounden duty as commander. My only regret is that I couldn't do more.
Er hat uns hier runtergeschickt, ja.
Some decisions.
Please don't blame yourself anymore. There's no point. Now Koval needs you. Understood?
Yes, Mom.
Have a safe journey, Navik.
Thank you, Yasna. And see you soon. Over and out.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
You look...
Like shit. I know.
really tired. That's what I meant to say.
Because you're trying to be polite. The undeniable truth is, I look and feel like shit. Will you close it for me?
Echt jetzt? Wenn jetzt hier schon ein paar Tage vergangen sind, dann hätten wir doch auch wirklich auf diesen Unsterblichen warten können, um mit dem abzuwischen, oder? Warum muss ich Ihnen jetzt das Ding drücken?
Of course. Support and stimulants will help you.
I won't sleep. I can't. You know that. I have to endure somehow.
It won't get to that. Because I'll tell you everything all over again.
No, Yasna. I know me all too well. I won't believe the cloud can't be defeated. Or help you convince the Invincible's crew you're innocent. You'll end up in custody, and they'll just repeat our mistakes.
Genau.
That's a strange feeling. Remaining conscious in the hibernator.
You clearly haven't visited the infirmary often. This is a standard procedure for a long recovery.
Will you take another look at Landor and Spluskas?
Ach ja, die sind ja wieder auch hier unterwegs, ne?
I'm doing it now. Don't worry.
Thanks. Are you still wondering whether to go to the nest? This is probably your last chance. If you want to make it before the Invincible arrives, it would be good to have you here. When they come, the journey there and back will take you about 12 hours.
Hier kann ich jetzt auch nochmal anschauen. Das ist ja bitter, Alter.
No, I'm not going. I know it's a unique opportunity to get closer to this phenomenon, and I might never get another chance. But I've thought about it a lot, and I'd rather stay here with you. Now rest. You should save your strength for their arrival.
Ah, krass. Kann man ja nicht nachvollziehen, wie man sich fühlen muss.
Down you go, oh bright sun. Night is not that scary.
Da ist er.
At last, they've arrived. Rahitra, do you hear? They're landing now. Rahitra?
Was? Was ist denn hier los? Ja? Das ist jetzt ein bisschen komisch. Also ich werde das Ganze jetzt nochmal machen. Dann hole ich euch wieder ins Boot. Und dann sage ich, dass ich mich verdünnisiere. Ja? Bis gleich.
That is one solution.
Somehow I had a feeling I would never leave this place.
You don't have a lander?
We had two.
But the cloud destroyed both.
Huh. I'm done. Warheads are armed. One more press of a button, and there'll be no turning back. I can't.
That was close.
I'm suspending all actions leading to conflict. But what should I do now?
We no longer have any landers. So I hate to say it, but I can't help you. And believe me, I would like nothing better.
Let's send a message to the Invincible. A short report on the status of the crew. And on our discoveries.
You should also introduce yourself as a member of the Commonwealth. It's better not to hide it, as it will only arouse suspicion.
Don't worry about that, Novik. It's up to me to make sure they understand everything. Now, let me check on the guys. I want to make sure they're stable. I hope we'll speak again, Astrogator.
Until then, Rahitra.
I'll join you soon.
No hurry, Yasna. Take your time.
So,
No.
he's gone.
Doctor. Yasna, it was truly an honor. I'm having a hard time finding the right words.
I have one last request.
I'm listening.
I'd like Koval to remember me, even just from your stories.
Of course. I'll let everyone know what you did for them.
No. I don't care about gratitude. I just want them to know who I was. I am.
All right. I will try to do justice in capturing your extraordinary character. Although I must admit, it's not an easy assignment.
As always. I'm not making anything easier for you, Novik.
As always, Yasna.
Have a safe journey.
Thank you, and take care. Over and out.
So, jetzt bin ich ja gespannt. Jetzt warten wir auf das Powerschiff. Ob wir dann mit denen einfach so mitfliegen können.
Yeah.
You look...
Like shit. I know.
really tired. That's what I meant to say.
Because you're trying to be polite. The undeniable truth is, I look and feel like shit. Will you close it for me?
Of course.
Also, wir sind ja jetzt trotzdem hier gelandet. Ich meine, ja, bis hierhin ist vielleicht noch
Support and
sinnvoll.
stimulants will help you.
I won't sleep. I can't. You know that. I have to endure somehow.
I admit I would do the same in your place. Thinking about losing yourself, your memories, it scares me. But that doesn't mean I should help you hurt yourself. Primum non nocere.
You're not hurting me, Yasna. You'll actually make sure I don't hurt myself. Like the dumbass I am. It's a strange feeling. Remaining conscious in the hibernator.
You clearly haven't visited the infirmary often. This is a standard procedure for a long recovery.
Will you take another look at Landor and Spluskas?
Klar.
I'm doing it now. Don't worry.
Thanks. Are you still wondering whether to go to the nest?
This is probably your last chance. If you want to make it before the Invincible arrives, it would be good to have you here when they come.
I've been thinking about it for a while, and it's something I just have to do. I might be the only person who can make contact to understand.
I know, but you will come back, won't you?
I intend to.
Ah, krass, okay. Jetzt können wir uns echt nochmal auf den Weg machen. Oh, bitte. Okay. Also, wir fassen nochmal kurz zusammen, ja. Beim ersten Mal haben wir es hart verkackt, weil wir sie versucht haben zu bekämpfen. Beim zweiten Mal sind wir dann theoretisch, so würde ich das jetzt verstehen, einfach abgehauen. Alle. Also zu viert. Zu viert? Zu viert. Genau. Und jetzt versuchen wir hier gerade nochmal mehr Infos zu sammeln. In dem Nest, also was ich jetzt aber nicht verstehe, ist, dass wir wissen, also dass es überhaupt eins gibt. Ich glaube, das wurde ja so nie besprochen, ne? Außer jetzt in den letzten Sequenzen. Quasi die Robofabrik. Nein. Was gibt mir das denn zu verstehen? Verflucht. Jetzt war ich nochmal drin, hab mir das angeguckt. Dass er jetzt doch, sagt mir das jetzt, dass da doch intelligentes Wesen hintersteckt irgendwie. Mittlerweile. Ah. Ja, und dann hätten wir ja noch die Option, aber ich glaube, das führt halt nicht mehr zu einem anderen Ende, dass wir, der Name ist immer so komisch für mich, dass wir dem ja noch das Schlafmittel spritzen könnten, bevor er die Atomwaffen zündet, aber das, ich glaube nicht, dass das einen großen Unterschied macht. Ja, also ich würde mich hier trotzdem nochmal bedanken fürs Zuschauen, dass ihr euch vielleicht noch mit mir durch die letzten Enden gequält habt oder das Interesse dann doch so groß war. Ich hätte jetzt gerne, bei Filmen stört mich das immer nicht so, wenn das Ende so ein bisschen offen ist. Ich hätte jetzt aber auch gerne noch gesehen, wie es jetzt ausgegangen wäre, wenn wir jetzt mit der Invincible geflogen und sind mit irgendwen noch unterhalten da. Oder ob man dann wirklich auch davon ausgehen muss, dass die dasselbe gemacht hätten wie wir jetzt die ganze Zeit, ne? Dass sich damit auseinandergesetzt hätten und dann irgendwer gesagt hätte, ey, die müssen wir doch bekämpfen hier. Ja, statt es einfach so zu lassen. Ein wildes Thema. Kann man sich noch ausspinnen. Das ist die schöne Seite bei sowas. Ja, Leute. Schön, dass ihr dran geblieben seid. Wir sehen uns in einem der nächsten Projekte. Bis dahin, gehabt euch wohl. Und haut rein.